everyone, and welcome to today's episode. So, whether you're listening on the way to your salon, in a cozy nail corner, or mid practice session, this one is for all my beginner nail techs. And today we're talking about something that every single one of us has felt at some point, and that is client nerves, especially those first time clients when it's your first appointment and theirs, and the pressure can feel so real. But I promise you are not alone and you're more ready than you actually think. So let's dive straight in. So, why are these nerves normal? It is completely normal to feel nervous. You've trained, you've practiced, but when it comes to real clients, especially strangers, I think that little voice of doubt can just creep in, and it's, what if I mess this up? Or what if they don't like it? Or what if I run over time? But the truth is, like, nerves equal that you care. They show that you care, and that is such a good thing. Because you've got to remember, like, you're not doing just nails. You're creating a service, an experience, and putting your art into someone else's hands. So let's just take a minute, because that takes guts. But nerves can be managed. So let's talk about how. So I would say my top tips for calming first time client nerves. Number one is definitely prep your space and prep your mind. So when your station is clean, set up and ready, it calms your mind too. Have everything laid out the way that you like. Put on a calming playlist, make the space yours. Because when your environment is controlled, that's when your confidence kicks in. I would say tip two is plan your client flow. So know what you're doing from the moment they walk in. So, for example, greeting them warmly, offering to hang their coat or get them settled. Explain what's happening step by step. And you know what? Be completely transparent with them and tell them that they are your first client, or they are your second client, or you're very newly qualified. Like, it is okay. It is absolutely fine to just be showing up as your authentic self. And I think that when you lead and when you are like that, then they learn to trust you. They don't even learn to trust you. They instantly trust you, even when you're new. So 100% start off as you mean to go on. Be your authentic self, because when you're vibing in your own authentic way, that is when your clients will come to you too. Number three would be talk it through. Use that consultation time. Like, that is your foundation of your appointment. Ask what they want, what their nail goals are, any concerns. Not only does that take the pressure off you, but it makes them feel heard. And then that instantly builds that connection. And I did actually do a TikTok video on this and released it, I think it was yesterday. And I really break down the steps of the consultation process. And also inside my membership, we go into this in much deeper as well. But always make sure that you are showing active listening and you are repeating back to them what they are saying, because that gives you clarity. And when we've got clarity on anything, we instantly feel better. Number four, I would say, is keep the conversation light. So if you worry about like nervous silences or that awkward silence, don't worry, just prep for a few go-to topics. Like, you can compliment their outfit. So you could, when I say compliment, I mean genuinely, like, be genuine about the compliments. Like, don't say you love the person's jumper if you don't actually love the person's jumper, because, you genuinely, it won't come across as being genuine. But ask if they've had their nails done before, chat about the weekend plans, shows, or even like pets. Clients love talking about pets. If you've got pets, talk about them. If they ask them if they've got pets, ask them what they do for a job, ask them what they're going to have for their tea tonight. And your conversation will just flow. And number five, I would say, is don't over apologize. And this is a huge one, because we often say sorry when we're unsure, like, sorry, this is taking a while, or sorry if it's not perfect. Just stop right there, because you're learning and you're growing. And unless you actually hurt them, which you won't, there's nothing to apologize for. So speak confidently, because your energy sets the tone. And I would say, What's really important is remember why you've started this journey. Like your why has got to be so strong, because there are times when you're going to really cling on to that. And your first time client is going to be a time when you're really clinging on to your why, because every expert nail tech you look up to, they have had shaky hands on their first client too. But the difference is that they didn't give up. And with every client, your confidence builds and your timings get quicker, your technique gets tighter, and those nerves, they absolutely fade. Not overnight, but definitely one appointment at a time. So, what I want you to do after you've had your first client experience, I want you to journal it or just put some notes in your phone, and I want you to just reflect, because reflection is so powerful. What went well? What would you do differently next time? What made you feel nervous and how did you get through it? Because this isn't about nails. You're building your client skills, your energy, and your business. So, if you've got your first client coming in, take a deep breath. You've trained for this, you've practiced for this, and you are not alone. Just focus on doing your best today, not being perfect. Clients connect to people, not perfection. You have got this, and I am here cheering you on every step of the way. And if this episode has helped you, share it with another beginner nail tech. And don't forget to tag me when you do. And until next time, keep growing, keep glowing, and keep showing up as yourself. And I'll see you in the next episode.